Hi, second graders. I hope you are all doing well. This video is to explain a little bit more about the worksheets that you have for the next 2 weeks. You're going to be learning more about how notes move. They can move up or down or stay the same. You'll also be learning about some listening skills and listening to something being played on the piano and deciding which rhythm is being played. And your last worksheet is on the music staff and the note names on the music staff. So let's go ahead and get started. The first page you have in your packet is called Name That Direction. And what you're going to be doing on this sheet is you're going to be looking at the notes in each measure, and you're going to be deciding, are the notes moving up, moving down, or staying the same, a repeat. So let's take a look at this first one, which is right over here. All right. If notes are on the same line or the same space on the staff, those are called repeated notes. So looking at these 4 notes, they are all on the same space. So we would write repeat on this one. Okay. Looking at this one, notice sometimes we want to make sure we're looking at the note heads, the little circles of the notes, because sometimes the stems switch directions and that might make it a little confusing. So if you focus on just looking at the note heads, the little circles, that might make it a little easier for you to tell if the notes are moving up or down. So looking at this one, we can see that the notes are moving downward. So we're going to write down here. Okay. Now on these bottom ones, you'll see there are no stems of the notes. The stems are the little lines that go up or down from the note head. You don't have to write those in. They can get kind of confusing sometimes. So just identify if they're doing up, down, or repeat. You don't have to write the note heads on these last 3. Okay. If you have any questions, you can let mom or dad email me and I can answer them individually. Okay, let's take a look at the next page. The next page is a little bit listening activity. Remember when we were in the classroom and we would do rhythms using dog and puppy? For example, we would do dog, dog, puppy, dog. Okay, using different words to help us with rhythms. Well, this next worksheet, you are going to listen to a rhythm and you have to decide which box is that rhythm. So it's called Which Box Do You Hear? So I recorded 1 box from each line on my iPad, and we have to decide which box did I play. Did I play the first one or the second one? We're going to do number 1 together, and then I will play lines 2 and line 3 and line 4, and I will play the rhythm 2 times, and then you'll figure out on your own which box was being played. So let's get started. Here's number 1. It's going to play 2 times. All right, after listening, it doesn't look like number 1. That one looks like dog, 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 dog. And that's not what we heard. We heard over here, dog, dog, puppy, dog. So you would fill in square number 2 for this one. Okay? We played number 2. Dog, dog, puppy, dog. Okay? And go ahead if you want to clap at home to try and figure it out, or maybe it's easier just looking at the boxes. Whatever way helps you best to figure out what is being played. Okay? So we're going to move on to line 2. Remember, I'm going to play the rhythm 2 times. All right, and you color in which box you think was played. Okay, here's box number 3, or line number 3. Which box is being played? All right. And if you need to rewind and listen again, feel free to. You can listen as many times as you need. Here's the line number 4. Which one's being played? Here it is one more time. All right, if you have any questions on this one, Mom and Dad can email me too, okay? All right, our third sheet is reviewing our note names on the staff. Now remember, in music, we've talked about there are 5 lines and 4 spaces on the music staff. And we use part of our body to help us remember that. Can you remember which part of the body that is? It's our hand. Okay, remember, each finger represents one of the lines. And remember, when we're counting the lines, we don't start at the top for music. We start at the bottom. So your thumb is line 1. I like pointing that one down so that helps me remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the staff also has 4 spaces. And we use those in between our fingers. Space 1, space 2, space 3, and space 4. Now remember, each line and each space has a special letter name for them that helps us with the pitch of the notes when we put them on the staff. And we remember those by some funny phrases that we say. Line 1 is every good boy deserves fudge. I bet some of you are remembering this and you're like, oh, I remember this. And the spaces spell out a word. C-E. They spell face. Remember, we always start at the bottom when we're trying to figure them out and going up. So your next worksheet is a coloring sheet. And on the top of the coloring sheet, it has all the notes you will be using. And what you're going to do is you are going to write in these blanks the letter names for each of these notes using your hand as a guide. Okay, so this first one right here is on the first line of the staff. So that would be our thumb. Do you remember what this line is named? E. That's right. Okay, so you would identify all the letter names up here first. So you kind of have a key to help you out when you start coloring. Then you can start coloring your sheet by matching the notes in the squares with the notes up here, and then coloring them the color that needs to be colored. Okay? If you have any questions, Mom and Dad can email me. I hope you guys are doing well. I miss you. And I will probably put another story on your Facebook page this week too. It's one that you are familiar with, but has a music twist to it. So I'll see you guys later. I miss you. Bye.